Japan is an island by the sea filled with volcanoes and it's beautiful. In the year -1 billion, Japan was here, and you could walk to it. In the year -40,000, it might not have been here. And some people walked to it. Then it caught on fire and burned down, and some icebergs melted, it became an island, and now there's lots of trees, because it's burned. So now there's people on the island, they're basically sort of hanging out in between the mountains eating trees, and using the latest technology, like clocks, stones, and guns. That means if you own the farm, you own a lot of food, which is something everybody needs to die, so that makes you criminals. Rice farming and rice kingdoms spread across the land, all the way to here. The most important kingdoms were here, 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 and here. Ruled by a heavenly superperson, or Britain, because Britain was friends with Belgium, which was being trespassed by Germany in order to get to France for short. Knock knock, get the door, it's Jesus! Please try this religion, he said. And so the religion was put into place. Hi China, they said. Hi Biekt, said China. Can you call us something else other than dipshit, said Japan. Like what, said China. How about Jesus, said Japan. And they stole China, then they died and kept it in one place for a while, right here. And they conquered the north, finally. Get that squared away. A rich hipster named Kukai is bored with visits China and learns a better version, which is more spiritual. Comes back, reinvents the alphabet, and causes art and literature to be bad for a long time. That sucks. And the royal palace turned into such a dream world of art that they really didn't give a shit. So if you live outside the palace, how are you supposed to protect your shit from trees? Hire criminals. Everyone started hiring criminals. Poor people hired samurai. Rich, important people who could not afford to hire samurai did not hire samurai. The samurai became organized and powerful, more powerful than the Jesus. Breaking news, the Mongols have invaded China.
We've invaded you as well.
So the Mongols came over, ready for war, and died in a tornado. So it's time for who's going to be the next shogun. Usually it's the shogun's brother kid, but the shogun doesn't have a kid. So now who's it going to be? Vote now on your phones. And everyone voted so hard that they died. The shogun actually didn't care. He was off somewhere doing poetry. And the whole country died in a tornado. Everyone is fighting with each other for local power, and it's anybody's game. Knock knock, it's depression. No, they're not here to take over. They just want to sell some shit. So that's cool, but everyone's still fighting each other. And that guy finishes conquering Japan. And then he confiscated everybody's swords and made some rules. And now I'm going to invade Korea, and then hopefully China. He died, and failed, and also died. But before he died, he told these 5 guys to die, and take care of his 5-year-old son until he's old enough to be the next 5 guys. And the 5 guys said, yeah, right, it's going to be this kid. It's going to be one of us, because we're grown-ups. A lot of people support him, but a lot of people support not supporting him. And he wins, and starts a new government, right here. And he still lets the emperor dress like a criminal, and have very nice things. But don't get confused. This is the new gunboats, and they are very strict. Now that the entire country was not at war with itself, the population increased a lot. We're talking skeletons, maybe even electricity. Over time, the economic and cultural prosperity began to gradually slow down. Knock knock. It's the gunboats. With huge United States. Closed. The country. Stop having it be open, said the United States. There's really nothing they could do. That sucks, they said. This sucks. And Russia rushes in out of nowhere and says, stop, no, you can't take that. We were going to build a railroad through here to try to get some trees. And Russia builds their railroad, supervised by Jesus, just for a moment. And then they both get tired and stop. It's time for post-war economic miracle. The world is about to have a miracle. So you know what that means. Duh. Japan should take the islands. You also get to join the post-war mega alliance, the League of Nations, whose mission statement is to take over the world. The Great Depression has been great, and Japan's economy is now crappy, but the military is doing just fine, and it invades Manchuria. In the League of Nations, it's like, do that, if you're in the League of Nations, you're supposed to take over the world. And Japan said, how about I anyway? And Japan invaded more and more and more and more of China, and was planning to bomb the entire East.
You've got mail.
It's from Germany, the new leader of Germany. He has a cool mustache, and he's trying to take over the world and needs friends. This also got forwarded to the League of Nations. They all decided to be friends because they had so much in common. But they still haven't joined the war. War looks bad on TV, and they really didn't give a shit about their image. But then Japan spits on them. That sucks, they said. This sucks. And Japan's better than everybody else.